I sat down and watched it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was great. And I also saw the film that was made. I saw, in fact, what we're going to see now. And what we're going to see now is not so much Into the Woods, but a group of kids putting on Into the Woods. And how, in doing so, they get interested in not only the theater, but in their own imaginations. And the pride and the joy the kids have in accomplishing what they do.
What's fun about doing school productions is you create a new family. You have a director who's sort of your father or mother figure, and it allows kids to leave their lives for a little bit, which is what's great about acting. They get to create something and become someone other than who they are. It's always fun to watch.
As part of a historic retrospective celebrating the works of Stephen Sondheim, the Kennedy Center presented the Broadway junior production of Into the Woods, written by James Lapine and Mr. Sondheim.
Talk to me.
Led by 4 professional teaching artists, 140 students from 7 Washington, D.C. public schools designed and participated in all aspects of the production. Working with limited time and resources, the students began a 9-month journey toward opening day at the Kennedy Center's American Film Institute Theater. This film follows that journey.
What are those attributes or parts of his personality that you find likable? Anybody? He's gonna be charming?
Yes.
Charming. You still haven't told me what that means. Think about caring. He's caring. Positive attitude. Brave. Loving. Because he loves Cinderella. All right. How can we make a costume to fit a guy like this, worthy of a guy like this? Tell me from top to bottom, starting with his feet.
He's wearing cowboy boots, black cowboy boots.
These children, in general, have not had any exposure to the behind-the-scenes part of theater craft, and they are in the process since September of learning just what it takes to put on a massive production.
What about our teeth? Are they still yellow? No.
However, they're in the driver's seat. They're the ones who are designing the sets, and they have to take that design from the page, the script, and let the audience know exactly what they have in mind.
You just put down the idea. We'll worry about how to get it next, okay?
I have cornrows right here, and I have the rest of her head just laying back like that.
Okay.
We discussed with them fairy tales, the history of fairy tales, how fairy tales have been used through the ages, how they're repeated in every culture, and then we dealt with the characters in Into the Woods.
Braids.
We have 4 fairy tales: Jack and the Beanstalk, Little Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, and we have Rapunzel.
What color is her hair? We didn't talk about that.
Now, all of us have read those 4 fairy tales, and it's time for us to tell it in a new way, guided by Stephen Sondheim's vision.
Anybody else have another idea?
By the time May comes, they will know what a costume designer does, what her role is in a production, what a director does. Everyone will be a little junior director.
Yes.
What makes
And they'll never look at a play, a movie, any production at all in the same way.
Now, who in the story has yellow? Rapunzel. Do we want Cinderella and Rapunzel to have the same color hair? Tell me. All right. Black, blonde, red, and what else?
Brown.
Brown. I'm ready to vote. Everybody for brown, raise your hand. 1. Everybody for red, raise your hand. None. Blonde. Black. Okay, she's a blonde. She's a blonde.
When we were talking about measuring actors, and I said that you are symmetrical. The way you're made has a lot of symmetry involved in it. And I said that if you took your fingers like this and then put them down from the top of your nose to the bottom of your nose, that distance is the same distance from the very corner of your eye to the very outside corner of your eye. It's the same distance of your ear. It is. I promise you it is.
My role in doing this Into the Woods Junior was originally described to me as to come as a resource person, as a person who could come and teach during the fall semester, teach these students how to be costume designers, to teach them how costume designers do their job, share with them my experiences, and then sort of describe what someone in my profession does, and then to build on that in terms of educating them to what the discipline is really about, how you prepare to do a show, how you work with a director, how you negotiate, how you are part of a team, the collaborative process. And so that's really my charge, is to share that with them, encourage them then to think independently and creatively, and then we start putting them on their feet as designers come spring, and there they'll go.
No. It looks under a circle.
Did you draw that for me?
Give me this pencil.
Right now, we're just sort of in the process of beginning to teach them how it's done. They are quick study. These kids are amazing. They just have picked it up so quickly, and actually are sort of ahead of me. I'm sort of having to run to catch up, so it doesn't get any better than that.
Oh, those are beautiful. And they're sort of silvery. They sort of shimmer. Tell us about Jack.
He looks like Jack because of his clothes, how he's wearing it, because he's dirty.
Uh-huh.
The Kennedy Center doesn't have any expectations about how this performance is going to look. The most important thing is that it comes from the student's perspective. So we will be so thrilled if the students come up with a product that they can feel proud of, and that the sets, the costumes, the words, even they can change it any way that they want to. The important thing is that it's about them.
We have been working on the sets, and we have been drawing sketches of what they'll be wearing or what they'll look like.
Then we started talking about, like, how we would get, what materials we would need and what we would make people look like in their costumes.
I like it because it's fun, and this is going to be my first time acting, and I probably get used to it, but when I grow up, I'll probably be an actor.
And I'm hoping that we attract a lot of people, because I'm thinking that grown-ups would be, I want to see that show, especially because it's going to be designed by different schools.
I think I would most be interested if the ratings go up and how good the play would be. Like, if our actors could really put a lot of emotion into it, like method acting. So I think it'd be good if all of them could do their part to make the play very special. And then we get our names in the paper to say that we did it. That'd be great.
I think it'll be interesting, and so I can tell my kids if I have one when I grow up, and so they can think I'm special and don't think I ain't nothing.